Who in here has a Facebook? Okay, that's pretty much everyone. Who here has seen the social network? Okay, that's almost everyone. Facebook, pretty much everyone has, so it's something everyone knows. Social network kind of got some of the stuff right about Mark Zuckerberg, which is what is my informational speech is about. He was born actually before the internet was made, in 1984 in New York. He had 3 sisters, and the oldest one, her name was Randy. She is head of consumers marketing and social good initiatives. A simple no answer when he was a child wasn't good enough for him. He needed to know why. When he was a child, him and his sisters did a Star Wars trilogy called the Star Wars Trilogy, and he played a squeaky voice Luke Skywalker because he hadn't matured yet. As a child, him and his sisters were very jokesters. His parents were really scared of Y2K when it happened, so they stayed up past 12 and shut the power off right when it turned 12. When he was in middle school and high school, that's when he really started getting into the computer programming and stuff like that. His first computer ran Windows 3.1. So when he was 12, he created a home network called ZuckNet because his last name is Zuckerberg. This was before your wireless networks came in boxes. But they did have a professional do the wiring, but he still did all the programming for that. He wrote 2 computer games when he was young, 12, and a version of Monopoly from his middle school and a version of Risk based on the Roman Empire. While in high school, he co-wrote something that the movie got wrong, a music recommendation program called Synapse that both AOL and Microsoft tried to buy for around $1 million. He didn't sell it though because he wanted to stay in school, and if he had to sell it, he would have to develop it more and to drop out. So he went to Harvard. At Harvard, Facebook was started by Face Mash because during his sophomore year, he wanted to compare the relative hotness of the girls at school. It hooked people, and they wanted it, so that gave him the idea. While other people saw internet as a network of computers, Mark saw it as a network of people. In February of 2004, Mark started the Facebook.com in his dorm. It made it to connect people through the social network at colleges, and it was an online directory, basically. It's a way for college students to keep track of their peers and casually look at photos. It meant to be different from Friendster and MySpace because people were like fantasy people on MySpace and Friendster. He wanted a place for people to be real. 2004, several hundred U.S. campuses had Facebook. 2005, it expanded to high schools and foreign schools. In 2006, workplaces and eventually anyone over 13 was allowed to use Facebook. People who helped make it were his roommate Dustin Moskovitz and Sean Parker, the co-founder of Napster. Zuckerberg's vision of Facebook, he wants the Facebookization of web. Wherever you go online, you will see your friends, like reviews on Amazon, YouTube. You see what your videos your friends watch, the comments they made on it. You'll care more about this because it came from someone personal that you know. TV shows will be further than that. You take it off the web, go to TV shows. It can be sorted by video or shows your friends like instead of by networks. Now they have Foursquare, in which you check in at places that you are at, so people know where you're at. And he would like this because it's not a coincidence that you get to see people. It's like you actually go there to join them and hang out. Even if you're not on Facebook.com, you see traces of it all over the internet. You see share on Facebook, like this, and it goes to your Facebook profile. Everyone can see where you go on the web. It's becoming like an internet passport, and it's changing the way the internet works. Now, people say Facebook makes money by selling ads. They don't really do that. They only allow advertisers to do a small space on the side, and they don't even sell your data. You put the stuff that you like when you click on pages that you like or stuff like that, and then they know what kind of stuff you like, so they can deliver ads to you personally that would interest you. Mark Zuckerberg now In the movie, it showed him like looking down at people all the time, and it wasn't like he isn't like that or something like that. He's not an imposing person. He's 5'8", has a Roman nose, curly brown hair. Holds conversations as a way to exchange data rapidly. Doesn't throw a ball back. Data stops from one person to another. The movie showed him making Facebook to get women. He already had a woman. Her name is Priscilla Chan. Right now, she's a third-year med student at the University of California, and they live together in Palo Alto, California. He could say that he's sort of a Buddhist because he wants to eliminate desire and focus on the now. He doesn't want to get caught up in material things. In the movie, he was portrayed as a loner, but he wasn't. He had his family when he was young, and then his Harvard friends, and now his Facebook coworkers, which is like his family. He built Facebook so people could have a social life in and out of the web. He figures if you don't want to share something it's because you have something to hide. And little side note: Facebook's colors are blue and white because he is red-green colorblind. And that's it.